Hi guys, today I'll show you how to refurbish a shaver. This is a Philips BT9290 with this laser projector here. Although, as you can see, it's flashing because it doesn't hold the charge. This is something like 7 or maybe even 8 years old. I won it a long time ago in a contest for a best shave, best hairdo. I'll throw you a picture here to see what I got it for. But unfortunately, the blades are really okay. But since the battery is dead, the only way to use it is with a cable. And it's not that convenient. So I thought today would be a good opportunity to take it apart and show you how to replace the batteries. Also showing you how to take apart stuff like this, not to damage it. I got a tripod here, so I'll just set up the camera like this, maybe upside down, so I'll be able to see my hands and what I'm doing, and I'll be explaining along the way how to do it. Okay, camera set up in 4K, so you get a good view in high resolution. So to start off, I think we should start with a blade, try to take it off, and see if we have something underneath. So what do we have here? We've got 2 screws. So we'll try to unscrew them. It could be that this motor is hanging on these 2 screws and it'll fall inside, but we need to take apart the whole thing anyways. So if that happens, we'll be able to fix it anyways. The motor didn't fall in, so let's try to remove this. Bullseye. And if you look here, I guess this top cover is snapped in, but the thing that you should try first is trying to slide this up and down, because sometimes there are these hooks, and if you just pull up, you'll break them off, and we don't want that to happen. But apparently this is just snapped in, so let's try to pry this up. So exactly as I thought. And so we have next screws to remove. Of course, we need to store these nicely and remember the order of disassembly, so I'll be able to reassemble the device afterwards. And let's try to slide this over in one direction. So we have these hooks here, so it's good we try to slide this off. Otherwise, if we try to pry it up, this would break off and you could basically just throw this away. Got another screw here. This didn't help much. Okay, it looks like you can push this up here, but this laser is holding us. Okay, so we've got this up here, but this power socket is holding us. So we obviously need to push this in, sliding this up, and then we'll be able to remove it from this cover here. Got another screw here. So this allowed us to remove the laser module. So as you can see here, we've got some snaps for this top cover. So we obviously need to remove this part, sliding everything up. So we got the motor cover here. So we've got this set of rings and these hooks here where you have this regulation for the shave depth. So I guess it will be best to try to remove this as a whole so that later on you don't have to wonder how to reassemble this together. Okay. So we just need to unhook these, and I guess the battery should be someplace there underneath. Although it won't be that easy here, because you should try to unhook them all at the same time. We've got one side done, and the other one will probably be more difficult since we have this lifted up on the other side. As you can see, there's a nice seal here, so that's why you're able to use this shaver even in the shower. So now the question is how to remove this PCB board. There's some 2 screws here, but I guess we probably shouldn't try to move them right now. Let's just try to pull this up. That was surprisingly easy. I have to say that the Philips engineering is amazing service-wise, because this just plugs out without any problem. And now we have the batteries up here, which we'll be able to hopefully easily replace. So these are typical NIMH cells, 750 capacity. I've got quality energizer replacements. These are 800 and they're even pre-charged. So we'll be able to test this immediately after replacement. So of course I recommend that you get the best possible cells you can get. There is some disassembly to do. Therefore, I guess you won't want to do it too often. So I see one potential problem here. This is glued onto the board underneath. I guess we'll manage with that. But then there's this brace here, which is attached to the terminals. It's not one of those springy things that'll just connect by itself. So we need to devise some way of connecting the 2 cells. One thing to remember is the polarity. So I guess it'll be a good idea to snap a picture. We've got a good memory, although that's for now. It might be quite different in 5 minutes from now. Unfortunately, these terminals here are welded to the cells, so it won't be that easy. And then they're soldered here to the PCB board. How to rip it off without causing any damage. Okay. Okay, so we've got these two pieces here, which will serve as connection terminals, and I guess only press fitting the batteries should work. Size-wise, these are the same. Okay, I guess we didn't have to take a picture. The plus and minus terminals are marked right on the PCB board. Of course, plus is this part sticking out here. So let's also try to remove this little piece of metal here, which will serve as a connection between the battery cells. I don't know when I cut myself. I guess this is really sharp. Yep. Let's take care of this first. So I got myself some pliers. So we've got here the connecting strip, which we will need someplace here. As you can see, I used the original sticky tape, which was used for attaching the batteries. It's still sticky enough to hold everything in place. Of course, we reassemble everything now in reverse order. Guess it's gonna be most difficult with this ring here. Zero. And this is now max extension, so this is working fine. And I guess we can already screw this in place. Our laser. Up. Perfect. So I guess this pre-charge here isn't actually pre-charged. I bought these at a watchmaker shop and these been hanging on the wall. Looks like they've been there for quite a while. Unfortunately, I don't see any date here. We'll need to plug this up to the wall socket and hopefully in half an hour, I'll be able to show you a perfectly operational shaver. Okay, so this has been charging for half an hour. Let's unplug it. You can see this is max. When you turn this around, this illuminates showing the cutting depth, and it works exactly like this. When you turn this cover here, or rather spacer, moves up and down. We've got our laser guidance system here. So it projects this line exactly where the cut will take place. So we'll see before actually cutting the hair where the shaver is positioned. As for the shaving itself, even by the sound of this machine, I can tell it's working much better. Before with the old cells, when you unplugged it and switched it on, you could hear the motor was struggling to turn. Now it's working perfectly. So that's it for today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and see you again soon.